Hello everyone. You're welcome to another episode of Mathematics Tutorials on Facebook. My name is Eric. Now this Mathematics Tutorials is brought to you by Mathscare and you're welcome. Now these questions are all linear equations questions of WAEC. That is WAEC past questions from 1996 to 2009. However, I had 11 questions. Some are objective questions, that is multiple choice questions, and some were um, section B, that is theory questions. All right. So they were 11 questions on linear equations only that I got. But then for the sake of time and space, I've decided to solve 6 of them, and then after which I will bring another set of 5 in the other video. All right. Now, what we're going to do here is that we're going to solve these questions, and then, like I said, these are linear equations only. Does not include quadratic equations, simultaneous equations, logarithmic equations, exponential equations, or trigonometric equations. They are only linear equations. I'll group all equations under logarithmic equations, under simultaneous equations, under quadratic equations, and then we will solve them accordingly. All right. So now let's look at the solution quickly. In our introductory lesson on equations, I explained equations, the rules involved. So we shall solve these questions a little bit faster. We shall involve a little bit of speed for the sake of time. All right, now let's look at the solution. So let's come here and look at solution. So now what we shall be doing is, because of space, when we solve one, we wipe it off and then we bring the other. All right. So let's look at question number 1. So the one we shall call question 1 is 1996. In 1996, we were given question 3x over 2 minus 5x all over 3. This is equal to 1. Now, this is a very simple equation involving fractions. So what are we going to do? We are going to look for the LCM of 2 and 3 and multiply through by the LCM. How many parts has the equation got? The equation has got 1 part, 2, and 3. So we are going to multiply each part of the equation by the LCM, which is 6. So this is 1 part, which is 3x over 2. We multiply that by 6, the LCM. Here, we also multiply 5x over 3 by 6, the LCM, and we multiply 1 also by 6, the LCM. So this means that we shall have 2 into the LCM, which is 3, and 3 multiplies the numerator, which is 3 times 3x will give us 9x, minus 3 into 6 is 2. 2 times the numerator, 2 times 5x is 10x, so we shall have 10x. This is equal to 1 times 6 will give us 6. All right. So now there's no like terms to be grouped. Everything is ready. 9x minus 10x is just negative x. So we shall have negative x is equal to 6. And we shift the negative there. So x will be equal to negative 6. But so that is it. So you just write, if you get negative x is equal to 6, just write your x to be equal to negative 6. That's it. What it means is that we are going to divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. The coefficient of x in this case is negative 1. So if you divide here by negative 1 and divide here by negative 1, this cancels out. X over 1 is equal to x. 6 over 1 is 6 and negative. So it's just the same thing. But remember, supposing this 6 here is negative, when you shift the negative there to be negative, negative, then the 6 will be positive. Negative, negative is positive. It's true for multiplication and division. So when two negative signs affect a number, the number becomes positive. Just know that. All right. So that's it. So that's the answer for this one. Now, for us to check and be able to know if the answer is correct or wrong, if you want to find out, what you're going to do is x is negative 6. You go there. So it means if you multiply 3 by negative 6 and divide by 2 and subtract 5 times negative 6 over 3 from it, you will have 1. Is it true? 3 times negative 6 will give us negative 18. Negative 18 over 2 will give us negative 9. So we shall have negative 9 over here. And then 5 times negative 6, this is negative 5 times negative 6 is equal to negative 30. Negative 30 over 3 will give us negative 10. So negative will be positive. So negative 10 will give us positive 10, that is 10. And then here we shall have negative 9 over here. So it's going to be negative 9 plus 10 is the same as 10 minus 9, and that gives us 1. So that means the answer checks and is correct. Now let's go to the second question. We may not be able to substitute to check all of them. We believe that once we are observing the rules, the answers are correct. So there's no need or there's no doubt for us to check for the answers. Now let's look at question number 2, the solution to question 2. Now in question 2, we have 8 out of 6 minus y to be equal to negative 2. All right, that is 1997. Okay, that is 1997. That is, so this is what we have. This is a fraction 8 over 6 minus y. Now, what is happening is that whatever is dividing across the equal sign to multiply. That's it. So we shall have 8 to be equal to, if it's only one number or only one variable to cross to multiply. If it is a term, it's going there to multiply. So negative 2 is here. And then 6 minus y is going there, is crossing the equal sign to multiply. So what it will be is that we shall introduce a bracket. Since it's a term, we put the term into that bracket. So we shall have 8 to be equal to, then we expand this bracket. Negative 2 times 6 will give us negative 12. And negative 2 times negative y. Negative times negative is positive. So negative 2 times negative y will give us positive 2y. So this will give us 2y plus 2y. So now what do? We group like terms. 8 and negative 12 are like terms. But remember that we are going to add negative 12 to both sides. So it means that when negative 12 crosses the equal sign, it will be plus 12 because we are grouping like them. So we shall have 8 plus 12 to be equal to 2y. All right. So 8 plus 12 will give us 20. So 20 is equal to 2y. And remember, we are looking for y and not 2y. So what are you going to do? We're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2. This is equal to 20 also divided by 2. And what will be our y? So our y, so we can write the answer here as, let's put it here as y to be equal to 20 out of 2. So 2 cancels 2, y is equal to 20 divided by 2, or 20 over 2 is equal to 10. So y is equal to 10. All right. So if you put 10 here, if you substitute 10 here, 6 minus 10 will give you negative 4. 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 8 divided by negative 4 will give us negative 2. So that's correct. So let's wipe it and go to the next. Now these questions are very easy questions. Now when you are studying equations, you work tough equations that are very long, that have very complex fractions. But then look at the kind of questions WAEC gave. They were very generous. Very, very generous. But I think I have to stop saying they were generous before someone who wrote the paper and was waiting comes to shoot me. So now let's look at this. So let's look at question 3. So we look at 3. 3 says that we have, that is the year 1998. So x out of 2 plus 2x out of 3. This is equal to 14. All right. So this is equal to 14. What are we going to do here? The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So 1, 2, 3 parts is just like the first one that we solved. So we multiply here by 6 the LCM. So LCM is equal to 6. So we can just write here LCM is equal to 6. Then we use it. Wherever we write it doesn't matter. So we multiply here by 6. We multiply here by 6. 14 times 6 will give us 84. So that will give us 84. So let's put 84 over here. 3 into 6 is 2. 2 times 2x will give us 4x. So we shall have 4x over here. So that is what we have with our plus. 2 into 6 is 3. 3 times x will give us 3x. Now look, it's just like the first one. So 3x plus 4x will give us 7x. So we shall have 7x. So 7x, that is equal to 84. And so x is equal to 84 out of 7. The reason being that you know that when we have 7x equal to 84, we are looking for x. So we're going to divide here by 7 and divide here by 7 so that the 7 can cancel the 7, leaving our x. So straight from here, x will be equal to just send 7, which is multiplying here, to cross the equal sign to divide. We have already said opposite of division is multiplication. So if you divide your 84 by 7, then that gives you 12. So that is it. 8 times 7, 10, 77, 11, 77, 7, 12, 84. When we used to read 7 times 7. So 7 times 12 will give you 84. So if 84 divided by 7 will be equal to 12. On that note, x is equal to 12. All right. So that is the answer that we got. Now let's substitute here quickly. 12 divided by 2 give you 6, plus 2 times 12 is 24. 24 divided by 3 will give you 8. 8 plus 6 will give you 14. So that is correct. So now let's quickly look at question 4. So let's look at question number 4. I think I need to change the ink. Let me change the ink to red. So question 4, so let's put 4 over here. So now question 4, we have 4x out of 7 minus 2. This is equal to x minus 1 all over 3. That is 2001, July 2001. All right. So here we are going to find the LCM of the denominators. How many parts has the equation got? We need to identify that. This is 1, this is 2, this is the third part. So we're going to find the LCM and multiply each part by the LCM. So our LCM of 7 and 3 is 21. So multiply here by 21, multiply here by 21, multiply here by 21. 7 into 21 is 3. 3 times 4x will give us 12x. So you have 12x. Minus 2 times 21 will give you 42. So we shall have 42. Over here, this is equal to 3 into 21 is 7. 7 times the numerator of x minus 1 will be 7. It will introduce a bracket because it's a term, which is x minus 1. And that gives you 12x minus 42 is equal to 7 times x will give you 7x, and 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. And then you can group like terms. So these and these are like terms, and these are like terms. Negative 42 and negative 7 are like terms. And then 12x and 7x are like terms. So let's bring 7x to this side. We are grouping like terms, so we shall have 12x minus 7x. It will be minus 7x because it is positive over there. When it crosses the equal sign, it will be negative, and so we shall be left with negative 7 over there. And then negative 42 cross the equal sign, and it will be plus 42. All right. So now what this means is that I'm owing 7 and I have paid, or I have 42. So I can pay my debt of 7 and still be left with 36. All right. 6 times 7 is 42. All right. So what is going to happen here is that if we subtract 7 from what do you call it? From 42, what are we going to have? We shall have 35 here. So this gives us 35. Then 12 minus 7 will give us 5. So 12x minus 7x will give us 5x. And so we're looking for x. So we say x is equal to 35 out of 5. And so our x is equal to 7. And that is the answer to this one. So quickly, if you want to check, it's going to be equal to 4 times 7 is 28. So 28 divided by 7, that will give us a 4. 4 minus 2 will give us 2 on the left-hand side. Let's see the right-hand side. So this is 7. 7 minus 1 will give us 6. 6 divided by 3 will also give us 2. So the answer is correct for x is equal to 7. The left-hand side of the equation is equal to the right-hand side of the equation when x is equal to 7. All right. So that is the answer to this one. Now let's wrap it up. And then we go to the fifth question. Please do share this work for others to also get to know what we are doing in this page. Don't be greedy. Share. Let your friends get to know that this is where they can learn mathematics. They can actually find answers to WAEC past questions. And then also, as you are watching the solution, you can see the subscription button there. So in red, subscribe. So just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once you subscribe, it doesn't take anything from you. You only be notified anytime I post anything. Actually, what will I post? Mathematics. So once you are interested and you are following me, you are interested in what I'm doing, once you subscribe, anything that I post in mathematics tutorials, solution to past questions, or whatever it is, you will actually be notified. That's the reason you should subscribe. So do subscribe, follow me, and comment also where possible. All right. So now let's look at question 5. So in question 5, we have 1 over 2x plus 1 out of 4. This is equal to negative 3 out of 8. Now this is what we have. Now you're going to find the LCM of the denominators 2, 4, and 8, which is 8. The equation has got how many parts? 1, 2, 3 parts. So we multiply through by 8 the LCM. Each part must be multiplied by the LCM. 2 into 8 is 4. 4 times 1x is the same as 4 times x, because 1 times x is x. So 4 times x will give us 4x. We shall have 4x over here plus 4 into 8 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So that is 2 times the numerator, whatever will be here. In this case, it's 1 that is there, so we multiply by 1. All right. So this is equal to 8 into 8 is 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So we shall have here negative 3 left, because 8 cancels 8. What is left? Negative 3. Now, here we only have to group like terms by sending 2 away to the other side. So we shall have x is equal to negative 3 minus 2. So 4x will be equal to minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. I'm owing 3 and I'm owing 2. What will happen? I will actually owe 5. So that is what it gives us. And what is our x? Our x is equal to negative 5, which is here, all over 4. And that is the answer. We can write it as a mixed fraction. If in case this is a multiple choice question, you don't see 5 over 4, then perhaps you will see the mixed fraction form or the decimal form of it. The mixed fraction form could be written as 5 into 4 is 1. You put your negative there, is 1. That is 4 into 5 is 1, a remainder of 1 out of 4. So that is 1/4 is what it gives us. 1 1/4. So that is what it gives us. All right. Yeah. So that is the mixed fraction. Actually, improper fractions are written as mixed fractions. Right. So that's it. Now let's look at the last one. The last one, actually, I put an asterisk here when I wrote the question because the question says find the truth set of. So when they ask you to find the truth set, then there is a way that you have to communicate your answer, or you need to write your answer. All right. So what is happening here is that let's have question number 6. This is a very simple question. Now question number 6, we are finding the truth set of this. So we have y minus 2. The fact that they are asking us to find the truth set does not mean that we are going to do something different here. We are not going to do anything different from all that the rules we are applying from the beginning of the solution of this question. So this is y minus 2 over 2 plus y plus 1 all over 4. This is equal to 3. So this is for July 2002. We are finding the truth set. So what is going to happen is we find the LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. How many parts has the equation got? 1, 2, 3. So we multiply here by 4, we multiply here by 4, and we multiply here by 4. So 2 into 4 is 2. 2 multiply a term. So if a number is multiplying a term, what do? You introduce a bracket, so it will be y minus 2 plus 4 into 4 is 1. 1 times whatever is here will be the same thing. So we just repeat what is there, or we copy what is there. This is equal to 3 times 4 will give us 12. Fraction has disappeared. 2, now we expand this bracket. 2 times y will give us 2y. 2 times negative 2 give us negative 4.